Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, all right, give me 1 second. Let me completely remove. 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. That connection was unstable. So let me go ahead and take that off. Okay. All righty. Hi. Hello. Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I know something doesn't want me live today because I'm about to inform you guys of just some utter tomfoolery. Okay. Just full on tomfoolery. We're not having none of that. We are not having none of that. So let's pull some cards here. This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Also, for those of us who find ourselves on this channel without any Piscean anything, you're probably an empath. You're probably needing messages from your soul. Let's just dive right into it because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the games. I'm sick of the games. Anywho, I was thinking yesterday, I was having the weirdest thoughts yesterday, right? Right. Okay. So it was just this really weird sense of I need I need to just be quiet. Let's just say Venus and that Mercury retro shadow has been having an effect on me. More and more I'm affected by planetary stuff. And I'm just over it. I'm over it. Okay. Like, let's just say that. Which is not saying a lot. We're just going to leave it at that. I don't know that you should communicate with anyone anytime soon as long as these planetary bodies are acting a fool. You might be acting a fool too. Okay. I'm not even exempt from that. I'm not even exempt from that. Yo, I don't know. Someone protect me from myself. All right. Almost ready, guys. This is going to be a full-on intense reading, okay? Put that there. Okay, we're about ready. So first and foremost, this card kind of flipped out of the deck. Hold on. All right. This card flipped out of the deck. It's a concealment card. Cloak, concealment. Something's being hidden away. The whole thing about this reading is that you need to make sure before you actually do something. You need to make sure that this is a message from your soul, not from planets making you think that unnecessary things need to happen. I'm just saying, if y'all could see on the podcast, if y'all could see the size of my eyes as I glare at the screen. You have to make sure that you're not falling into I'm really getting tired of these games. They don't want you guys to know this information. They just don't. Who are they? I don't know. I don't know. Worst case scenario, I will go forward with the entire reading and just record it. And you can find the audio on soundcloud.com/Emmie Evolving. Okay. I'm just saying. It will be uploaded onto all my podcast platforms. If they block me from finishing this reading for you guys, it's literally going to be strictly audio on all the podcast platforms. Try and stop me now. You're not going to, YouTube. So, planets are acting funky. We're in that shadow of Mercury. Venus acting a fool. Venus was acting a fool as well. I'm just saying, before you start reaching out to people, just think long and hard, please. Think long and hard before you reach out to anyone, to anyone and everyone. Seriously, think long and hard. And if they froze me while I was saying that, I said follow me on SoundCloud, Emmie Evolving. I'm on Apple Music, I think. I'm also on Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm on Amazon Music. Just look for me as Emmie Evolving on a podcast app, and you'll find me. Okay, that was ugly. Anyways, this is something that's been really, really just stagnant in your energy for some time now. That means this is not a new thing. That means this. Oh, I dropped the card. That means that this is something that's been going on for some time. It's not anything new, but has a proper consideration been, been had? Probably not. Probably not. Thank you, Daddy. You heard me. Anyways, this has to do with whatever happened to turn winter upside down. This is not not a new thing, okay? This is the same old thing happening over and over and over for you. It might even be the same person. Now, I'm not saying the person is bad and you have to steer clear of them. I am saying you need to use some discernment. For some, there needs to be communication. I don't know that you should be the one to initiate that communication. If you find yourself holding the spoon to stir the pot of shit, please chuck the spoon across the room and do not pick it up. Do not stir that pot. Don't stir the pot. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to be inserting yourself into something that is going to be insane in the membrane. It's going to be insane. Let the spoon hit the floor. Actually, don't. Just set it on the table, because my culture has this belief that if you like accidentally drop a spoon or a fork, someone will unexpectedly come over. The spoon is the woman. I'm sorry, guys. My allergies are acting up again today. The spoon is the woman, and a dropped fork, is a man, a surprise visit. Just set it down on the table. Don't drop anything. Okay, this is an upside down passion. Someone's obsessed with you. What's new? Not a damn thing. Someone's obsessed with you. Okay. I don't know if you feel that obsession back towards them, but someone is obsessed with you. They're obsessed. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop considering this, considering that. But here's the thing, ain't nobody doing nothing about their obsession. They're obsessed with you, but you need to reach out to them to make sure that they're okay in their obsessing over you. Y'all. Does that even make sense? Does that make sense? Mm, let me let me recalibrate my level of sodium. Ah! What kind of half-assedness is that? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't we don't need that kind of half-assedness in our lives. I'm not trying to encourage people to pursue you. I'm just saying, like, what kind of obsession is this that you need me to check on you and you're the one obsessed with me? What kind of empathic, toxic, backwards, half-ass stuff is this? Y'all ever see that video of that man? He be talking about he love his Samsung. Samsung. Yeah, no, seriously. What is this? What is this? What is it? I don't know what it is. I don't want. I don't. No, stop it, Mercury. We're not messaging anybody. I'm talking about all of us. Ooh, I saw the bottom of the car. It was a trap. Hmm. It was a trap. They want to argue. I don't want to argue with you. You mad. I don't want to argue with you. Oh, you big mad. Yeah, have you ever heard that song? We're entering my BFF said that because I was like, girl, what's going on with me? I'm I'm entering into stupidity right now. And she's like, oh, we're entering into Mercury shadow and Venus something star point. I said, those don't allow planetary stupidity to infect your brain. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get you points towards a companion pass. I fly alone, mother fluffers. I fly alone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We fly alone. So, this someone's obsessed with you. Are you going to be that typical empath that suddenly needs to be obsessed with someone else because they're obsessed with you? Real talk right now, okay? Let me relax my face so that I can speak clearly. Do you realize that if you're highly empathic, there's a high likelihood that a large portion of the people that you were attracted to, you were only attracted to them because they were first attracted to you? Ooh. Mhm. Are you aware of that? Are you aware? Just take a moment to think about all the relationships that you've been in. How many of those relationships were you like, what? Why? Why did I do that? What? What? Why? Oh my gosh. Did I go temporarily like stupid? Did I enter into the realm of idiot for like a moment? What was that about? Why did I can't get those weeks or months or years of my life back. I'm just saying. There's a high likelihood you were only attracted to the person because they were first attracted to you. Now, I'm about to spray my sinus. I'm not even joking. I'm about to do a sinus cleanse right now. I don't know. Maybe we just breathing in some bullshit. And that's why we need to cleanse our sinuses because we've been just smelling our own BS for so long that we have failed to realize when someone else is presenting us with some B to the S, some BS. I think we need to make sure. Now, let me rephrase that. I think all of you need to make sure because my husband be holding my phone today. I'm gonna tell him, Daddy, could you hold my phone so I don't do stupid things? I'm not even joking. I'm gonna be like, can you just take my phone because I don't want to be stupid today? I'm just saying, it's not even bad self talk, it's preventative. I'm trying to prevent my own bullshit. Okay? All right. Shadow. Mhm. Scrying mirror. There Did you know that a monitor can be a scrying mirror? You didn't know that, did you? Okay. I'm talking like high level magic stuff. I'm just saying. High level magic stuff. People can view you through monitors. It's also That's what monitors are for. So I'm wondering if someone is viewing you through your social media posts, through your videos, and or maybe you don't know, but this type of viewing, I don't know that you, I don't know that you should be flattered. Excuse me. I don't know that you should be flattered by it. I don't know. I'm just so wishy-washy, it's ridiculous. I could have sworn yesterday or the day before, I was like, "It's gonna be okay." It's not. That was Venus talking, the planet. I told her to sit the F down and get out of my head. No, but it really it is gonna be okay, but you need to make sure that you don't, you know, take care, excuse me, of unnecessary stuff, or include yourself in things that are unnecessary for you to experience. Can they view you even if you haven't posted in years? Um, I mean, depends. Do they have the ability to remote view? Are they able to bilocate? Quite a few people can remote view. I don't know if y'all know that. Quite a few people are able to remote view. So, do you have to be scared? No. No. Do you want them to see you? Excuse me. Because there's ways to negate their efforts to remote view. Um, and, if you really don't want anyone to know what you're up to, you don't post on social media at all. That's why do you think I don't post about things within my family? Like little bit here, a little bit there. I will share like small details, but not details that I don't want specific people to know. Like you have to be very conscious about the way you use your social media, because that's a very prime way for someone to keep tabs on you. If you don't want them to keep tabs on you, then you're going to have to make sure that you don't give them any tabs to keep. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately for me, I'm a public figure and my work is done publicly. I wish. I wish. Your girl wishes. I wish. I wish we could just have a room where we're just, and it's a very controlled environment where people who have had a toxic history with me, their toxicity has been directed at me. We're not able to view or any of that, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Um, but then that obligates me to make sure that I don't share information. Like, I'll never share where I'm at. I will never share even what state I live in. People think that they can tell where I'm at because of the time that I keep. Yo, I got a freaking international clock on my I got an international clock. So you think I'm telling the time that I'm in locally, and you don't know that. You don't know that. I literally could be anywhere. Literally. Anywhere. Anywhere at all. And that's what you have to be aware of. Like, what information are you giving other people that's empowering them in their violation of your privacy? You have to be sure that you're not volunteering information that's unnecessary. You have to be sure. Now, I think for some of you, this person that's obsessed with you, I don't think they're intending to be obsessed with you. I think this is something that's maybe based in a soul connection. For others of you, this is just and I'm about to be very abrasive right now. So if you're sensitive, just earmuffs, cover your ears, okay? This is a very dim-witted, obsessed, toxic, just nasty person, you know? This is someone who just absolutely cannot accept the fact that you've probably already told them multiple times that you have zero positive regard for them. You don't value anything they say. They're horrible. For some of you, they're horrible. And this is the type of person you should completely abstain from. Like, don't even try and explain things. Don't try and be concerned about they have no one. That's the reason they have no one. That's the reason. Don't be the sacrificial lamb. Don't be the very thing that you're going to volunteer yourself. Like, that's where I went wrong for my stalker. I was like, oh, they have no one. You happy now, Emmy? You happy? Okay. You happy? Yeah. Now they're obsessed with you. That's not even funny. Yeah, no, it's not funny. It's disgusting. It's literally disgusting. It's disgusting. It disgusts me. And, in the past, I've kind of debated, should I even allow myself to be upset because it seems like this person is just like intellectually deficient, like for real. I don't know if maybe they were deprived of oxygen or I'm being serious. I don't know if they were deprived of oxygen during birth or something, but it's like the brain doesn't function properly. And it's yeah. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't care if they're intellectually deficient. Like, it doesn't need to be a genius to understand. Like, when I tell you I don't want anything to do with you and you disgust me, I'm not playing hard to get. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm really, really not. You know? So when people tell you things, please believe them. Please believe them the first time they tell you, they show you. Okay? Like, yeah. Like the moment the message came through where this individual tells me without me asking or responding to any previous messages, when they tell me that they have like their ex-wife and that I remind them of their ex-wife, uh what? And it wasn't like a fetish type thing. It's like they were absolving themselves of their sins. Like, "Oh, hell no. Oh, no. Uh-uh. Uh-uh." I should have believed it right then and there instead of just like, "Okay, I'm just really gonna be completely silent." No, because then the following no, it wasn't even the following day. I believe it was like a couple hours later, maybe like 2 hours later or something like that. Then they start posting on my pictures, my public picture on my public profile. "What would happen to your channel if you die?" What? Okay, now you're for real legit blocked, for real legit. Like, yeah, I don't even care if you have no one. That's why you have no one, because you're the way you are. It's not our job to heal people, you guys. It's our job to heal ourselves and allow other people to witness that healing so that they can learn how to find the courage to heal themselves. I tell you guys, when I tell you like this some crazy stuff that people be doing behind the scenes, I'm not exaggerating things. This is why I don't want to meet people. Like, for real, people be getting real crazy. Pisceans and empaths have this like energy that can be so super duper intoxicating to people. It's not only men that do this to me. I'm not even joking. It's not just lesbians either. I've had people who were heterosexual women in monogamous long-term relationships become like this towards me. There's something about my energy that I don't understand, that people become very possessive of me. And it doesn't matter if I'm nice, it doesn't matter if I'm combative, like none of that matters. People will react to your energy the way they react to your energy. Hold up. Y'all, hold on. I am cold AF. All right. This is not going to prosper though. Okay. It's not going to prosper because you're not going to allow it. Don't tell yourself any of that BS storyline that we have a habit of telling ourselves of like, oh, they have no one. And, they this and they that. And yeah, I'm telling you guys that that's what happens every time I make these types of excuses for people. It doesn't matter what their sexual orientation is, it ends up in that way. That's why I don't make excuses for people anymore. I just don't. I'm obligated to cultivate my environment with intent. If I detect that you make me feel uncomfortable, you need to be removed. I don't need to continue to wait to see if I'm wrong, if I'm right, if I'm being mean. I'm not a mean person. I can behave in a very abrasive way when I feel like I have no option but to behave in an abrasive way. And that's that. That's the reality of me. I have to be honest with myself about who I am. You have to be honest with yourself about who you are. Stop with this BS storyline of you're mean if you don't save everyone. Not everyone wants to be saved. What are you saving them from? Themselves, their life, their decisions, their behaviors, who they are? And it's not even about like, oh, forgiveness, you need to forgive. No, there's okay, so one of the stalkers, because I have multiple, not even joking. One of the stalkers really truly believes he's my cat. That's not something you need to forgive. That's something you need to accept. They crazy AF. For real. Like in the most negative way, pathology wise. They crazy AF. Uh-uh. No. Nope. That doesn't need to be forgiven. That doesn't need to be understood and no. No. Uh-uh. Nope. No. I don't need to see anything from them. I don't need any explanations. I don't nothing. No, literally nothing. Don't allow yourself to trick yourself to participate in any of the bull caca. Yes. Ooh, a sword came out. Boundaries. Ooh, yes. Setting those boundaries. Enforcing those boundaries as is appropriate for you in your life. Just really allowing yourself to finally have permission from you to wage a war if necessary. To really just wage a war if necessary. That is some ish right there. Fertility. You're going to have to be the one to give birth to a new way of living, a new way of existing that requires you to change your approach for different types of people. Now, the world's going to tell you that you're being a fake Piscean, a fake empath, two-face, three-face, four-face, five-face, if you don't act the same in front of everyone. Well, newsflash, Different people bring different parts of me out. Some of y'all have only ever privately interacted with me, and I am ridiculously sweet to you because you are so ridiculously sweet to me. And I feel like I'm safe in that space with you, that I can reflect that. And some of you have caught attitude from me. Why? Mirrors. Mirrors. Sometimes it will take a while for me to reflect that attitude back, but baby, we can match energies. We literally can. You making my sinus drip post nasal. A lot of third eye drainage. A lot of third eye drainage. This is about clarity in the way you see yourself in your life. This is about allowing yourself to finally truly see a lot of the behaviors and mindsets that you have within yourself that trap you into these entanglements. Like, uh, I don't know. I don't know. This is giving me some sort of mood. This is definitely giving me a mood today. Okay. Follow your own rhythm. Go at the pace that you're meant to grow. Don't try and keep up with people. And if you're existing in a way where it's like you're forcing yourself to rush through your growth, because what if I get left behind? No, the real question is, why aren't they waiting? Why aren't they accommodating the fact that you need to go a little bit slower? Why is it always you trying to keep up? I'm going to walk at the pace that I walk. If you walk a lot slower than me, I'm going to just meet you wherever we need to meet. If you walk a lot faster than me, I'm just going to meet you wherever we need to meet. I'm going to walk at whatever pace I walk. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. It depends on what my body needs in that moment. If I have some sort of injury, I'm walking slow. I don't care. I'm not injuring myself more. No, I'm walking slow. And if you don't care enough to walk beside me and make sure that I don't further injure myself, then what do I really care about whether you're beside me or not? Because I would walk beside you. I would choose to walk beside you and make sure that you get to wherever we need to go safely. And it's this thing of you can't expect your heart from everyone you meet. Well, you can't expect me to stay if you can't be a reflection of my heart. It works both ways. It just works both ways. Can I have the little pink heater? It works both ways. It really, really does. If I can't expect them to behave at the minimum level of decency, dignity, and compassion that I have for other people, then they're not entitled to receive that from me either. And that's something we really have to, come to terms with. Card number 11, diving for light. Go deep, deep, deep into your truth. Allow yourself to see where you're actually at. It's in the makeup bag that's underneath my makeup table. I I have a little tiny pink heater. All right. Card number 17, what is already with you? If this is a connection, can you plug it? If this is a connection that needs to occur, and it's really something that needs to be a part of your life and your journey, it's going to be, whether you want it to be or not. It's going to be something that you find yourself um, a part of at some point. You're not even going to plan for it. You're not going to be able to avoid it. It's just going to happen. Growing up, I used to think that many were reciprocal and have the heart that I have. That was far from the truth. Oh my gosh, Elijah. Yes. Yes, what you said. Growing up, I used to think that many were reciprocal and have the heart that I have. that was far from the truth. You have to understand the reality of who people are, especially if they have access to you in your day-to-day life. Card number 14, going beyond normal. If your normal allows for the entry and the existence of toxic people in your life, then you have to go beyond normal. You just do. You have to go beyond normal. Now, I started this group on Facebook a while ago. It's called the Soul Sanctuary. And I've recently returned back to giving it my attention and really beginning to cultivate a sanctuary for us. Those of us who are exhausted by the world and, just need a place to rest our heart, to quiet our mind for a little bit and be around like minded, um, compassionate people. And, if I want to really have this be a sanctuary, I have to make sure that I make the hard decisions and take the hard actions and cultivate this space. I can't allow it to be something where, okay, anyone can post whatever they want and spew toxicity and yada, yada, yada with no repercussions, right? So I had to make a decision. The moment you approach me like you're entitled to something and you try and gaslight me with sentiments of, you said that we could post whatever we want. How come my post hasn't been approved yet? Well, first, I'm working. Secondly, you're gone. I don't need to explain nothing. You're gone. Why? It's a sanctuary for everyone. No, it's an extension of my heart, and you've been ejected. I'm not even going to explain it to you. Nope. Is it because, oh, she's ego based and she's just like, because she wants to be in control? No, not at all. Not at all. So then what is it? It's because I know that kind of behavior. I already know that kind of behavior. If we've never interacted and that's the first time you're interacting with me and that's how you approach me, I don't need your toxicity in my life. Go eat some peanut butter with no milk. Keep you preoccupied for a while. Lick that off your gums. Amen to that. Colors Magica is in the house. She says no pesticides in the garden. Uh-huh. No pesticides in the garden. And here's another thing. No GMOs either. Grievously modified opinions. You're not going to enter my garden and spread your GMO into my garden. I don't think so. Nope. Nope. Now, I don't have to agree with everything that's posted. No, I don't. But if it's something where I can see that other people might find value in this, absolutely. Go ahead. Leave that up. Leave that up. It's about making sure that you understand what your decisions are based in. You don't have trust issues. You have a long memory. You've come across those type of people before. You need to take time to get to know someone before you trust them. This was one of the most difficult lessons I ever had to learn. And it took me no less than 18 months. How do I know? Because that was the worst period of my life. And I was already publicly visible. I have never in my life felt so alone and so vilified, and just, it was bad. It was bad. And I was just like that little engine that could, like, I think I can. I think I just keep trucking on, keep trucking on. And at some point in my life, I will process that. I will process the traumas that occurred because of other people's behaviors. But it's important to note the reason I was traumatized in that way was because I betrayed myself. Let that sink in. I betrayed myself. How did I betray myself? Well, that entire situation, from group after group after group doing these really messed up things, it all started with a decision that I committed to. What was the decision? To learn to trust, because I have trust issues. I don't trust people. So this is the year where I'm going to make a decision to trust people. You know what sparked that? It was making my eye twitch. You know what started that? I allowed the person who at that time I considered a best friend. You know, the first time I allowed myself to have a BFF since high school. She's a therapist. And I thought she had my best interest in mind. And she gaslit me into believing that I'm a fractured, damaged person. Yeah. 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 Because I was already destabilized from some of the decisions that I had made in regards to uh, leaving behind California and everything that I love, everyone that I love. I was already destabilized from that. I left when my mom was sick, and that just totally fractured me. And I thought she was a friend, and because I knew she specialized in psychology, I thought it was a reciprocal thing. I thought. And when she asked me to come visit her. I was like, no, I don't want to meet people in person. I'm very shy. And then she convinced my husband. And I met her in person, and she was super sweet to me. Super sweet. And it seemed like, okay, so you're really going to be my best friend for life. And then she took the opportunity after that to gaslight me. I still remember the conversation. I remember exactly where I was when that conversation took place. And it was on WhatsApp. She was messaging me on WhatsApp. And I still remember exactly what she said to me and how I'm a fractured person and I'm broken and that I need to fix that. And that started the entirety of that 18 months of just horrendousness from other people. From other people. Yeah. 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 She convinced me that I had trust issues, that my childhood really effed me up, and that I need to work through that because, all sort of just really manipulative things. And then when she realized she wasn't going to be able to manipulate me, which I didn't want to see it as that. I kept telling myself, no, she's really smart, and no, she cares about me. She cares about me. She wouldn't gaslight me. These questions that she's asking me, no, this is not like some low key psych eval. No, no, she wouldn't. That's unethical. No, she wouldn't. People are capable of a lot of things. If inspired by the appropriate reason, they're capable of a lot of things. That really fractured my sense of self for almost 2 years. It made me feel like I had no ability to understand and decide and know truth from fiction. Um, yeah, yeah. And it wasn't done in an argument. It wasn't. It wasn't an argument. I presented an opportunity of vulnerability and she took it and ran. She fully went with it. Now, I'm totally the type of wife that I never tell my husband who he can and cannot. You know, like, you can follow anyone you want. You could be friends with anyone you want on social media. I really don't care. Whatever, you know. I've only told him once that he needs to remove someone from his social media. That was the only time. That was the only time. You don't have trust issues. I don't have trust issues. I'm not a fractured person. I'm a beautiful disco ball. All those places where my glass has broken is a place for a new ray of light to emanate from. I'm not a broken person. I'm perfectly designed. I don't have trust issues. I have a learning curve. I need you to prove to me why I should trust you. Because when I trust you, I let you all the way in. And once you're all the way in, I will carry you with me for the rest of my life. Never gonna let that go. I'm never gonna let that go. Ever. It's not about forgiveness. It's about you showed me exactly who you are. I'm never going to forget. Even if you grow past it, I know that's part of your history. And therefore, I will never trust you. I will never speak in your presence again, ever, ever. And if I do, if I ever needed to for some random reason, you're going to get the fakest part of me ever. Oh, hey, how are you? Mm-hmm. Well, in my head, I don't care. I don't care how you are. I really, really don't. It's okay for you to be angry when someone manipulates you to that degree. Because people will tell you, the most toxic ones who practice toxic positivity will tell you, oh, Emmie, that was so long ago. You have to let that go. Why? So I can repeat it again? I tell you this. My memory is so faulty at this point. Like, I don't remember much of much. I really don't. I don't even really know what day it is today. I just know I woke up, my alarm told me I needed to be live in an hour, so I'm here live. I think it's Monday. Because I'm like, wait, I'm doing Soul Sanctuary tomorrow. So yeah, then today is Monday. Mm-hmm. So if I remember exactly where I was and what app I was using when you did that to me, I'm never supposed to forget. I'm never supposed to move past that with you. Never. When I have a session with you or a private conversation with you, and it's been a year, 2 years, and we don't really talk much, I remember you. I remember conversations we've had. You're important to me in my heart for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'll keep you under my wing, make sure you're okay. I don't know why, but I'll do that. I feel like I owe you that. It might be something from a previous life. It might be something from this life. I don't know. Do I need to know? No, I just need to honor the fact that I need to make sure that you're always okay. See, that's being a whole person. That is being a whole person where I can love and be as loyal as I can abandon someone. And they'll accuse you of abandoning them if you do this. I'm just saying. This is the truth. This they'll say that you abandoned them. Well, I mean, you didn't appreciate me when I was there anyways. Like I had no value to you. So is it abandoning you? Because in order for you to be abandoned, that means you have to have held me in the highest regard, right? I I mean, did you value me or did you not? Because really, the truth of a Piscean empath, if people value you, it's very hard for you to betray them unless you're extremely toxic to begin with. I'm talking about balanced Pisceans, balanced empaths, those who put effort into creating balance in their life. Oh, now it had to be said. It had to be said. It absolutely had to be said. I think this is going to be the last time Marlene joins us for a live stream. That's what I'm considering at this point. Marlene says that I shouldn't talk about that friend, former friend, because it creates problems between siblings. Maybe her sibling needs to know why. Why I shut down the way I did. Why I closed doors and deadbolted them shut. Maybe it's time. Maybe certain siblings need to hear that. I don't take well to people trying to destroy who I am in order to get what they want. I'm still thankful. I'm thankful that in that really difficult situation, I was provided an opportunity to begin understanding why I can never let myself go again. Why it is not only appropriate, it is necessary to take up my weaponry and go to war for myself, if need be. You have to be able and willing to defend yourself the way you so thoroughly defend other people, you know? Yeah, I'm just, uh, yeah. The kicker was this. I was told that I have no idea how far siblings would go for siblings because um, I never spoke about my siblings, right? That I have no idea because I never experienced like a sibling love or sibling bonding like she has. You never knew me. I only allowed you to see what I allowed you to see. You have no idea how strong of a bond I have with my siblings. I don't talk about the things that are closest to my heart. I just don't. And if you guys think you know about how it is between my husband and I, Whatever you think you know, it's only a fraction of why there's such a deep love between us. A fraction of a fraction. The things that are closest to your heart, those need to remain protected, concealed, hidden away. You'll come across people that you will mislabel in this life. I've done that so many times. The mislabeling is a thing that causes me to give loyalty to people who never earned or deserved that type of loyalty to begin with. When I tell you that I have a type of loyalty that is rare, the people who know me, they know, like, if I'm loyal to you, I'm the type of homie where you don't even need to tell me. The moment I sense there's an issue, I'm knocking on your door. Hey, what's up? Get in the car. Where do we need to go? Let's do it. What do you need? I know something's up. You don't got to tell me what's up. What the F do you need? Don't play with me. Don't waste time. What do you need? Don't give me no, but no, no. What do you need? Tell me right now. What do you need? Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. I literally have the kind of loyalty that movies are made of. And if I have that type of loyalty, you need to earn that. It's going to take you many years. You need to earn that. First rule about Fight Club, Mark. We don't talk about Fight Club. First rule. No, but seriously, I mean, Mark knows. I'm not going to tell you what to share and not share. But, you know, it's one of those things. You have to make sure. You just have to. You have to make sure that what you're going through for other people, that they deserve that type of loyalty. That they deserve that. Card number 28, collaborative dreaming. Looks like you, along with several others, don't want to see the reality of exactly what this is, what's going on, and things like that. Oh, it's going to be okay because you're going to make it okay. You're going to rebalance yourself. You're going to correct whatever it is that got misaligned. You're going to allow yourself to enter into a healthier space. Okay. You are going to allow yourself. That's the key there. You are going to allow yourself. Card number 23, defend to the end the worthwhile. I tell you without hesitation or stuttering, you are worth it. You are worth being defended. And the people who try and convince you that you're not worth the trouble are the people who don't understand your true value. I learned this for that year or so where I was making selenite swords. My whole life has been a journey of learning how to value and protect and defend myself and the assets that come from me. I created a design for a crystal sword that then people started to copy, and someone who was once a person that I had trusted at one point. Because remember, oh, you guys don't know, I got in touch with this person maybe a month or two after my then BFF completely just took advantage of my vulnerability and tore me down, right? And so He had a wide reach, wide, pretty large audience, and he was encouraging everyone to uh, steal my design. Only problem is I patented it. I have multiple patents, like registered patents, recognized by the federal government. And he kept telling them that I was lying. Yeah. He kept telling them I was lying, that I wasn't going to be able to do anything until I started posting my US patent number. Oh, it turns out I don't talk shit. I talk truth. Yeah. I don't talk shit. I talk truth. It's one of those things. Let the words you speak be nothing but a verbal reiteration of the actions you've already taken. Write that down, roll it up nice and tight, and put it in your heart. Let that marinate in your truth and absorb into your truth. Let the words you speak be nothing more than a verbal reiteration of the actions you've already taken, of the energy that you possess. Yeah, no, he did. He was trying to trick others to execute his malicious intent. You're absolutely right, Carmen. And they all believed him. And I laughed and I posted the US patent link. I posted the number, multiple. And at this point, I do qualify for trade dress, meaning if it's not patented, if it's not a patented component, if it looks like my design, that's trade dress. You got to be smart about protecting yourself. You got to be smart about protecting your assets. This belief system that tells you you're not spiritual and you're gatekeeping if you don't share with everyone and give everything away. No. Okay, apply that in a sexual way. Tell me how that sounds. Apply it in a sexual way. You are not spiritual and you're gatekeeping if you don't allow random people to touch your hoo-ha. Like that's not for you. Like, why are you like that? You have to share your gift with people. Your gift is your hoo-ha. Does that make sense? Your spiritual gifts, your heart, those are the most intimate parts of you. Those are the most intimate parts of you. The things that you create because of your creativity, because you're artistic, because you're creative, those are the most intimate parts of you that are being projected outside of you and manifested through whatever medium you use. That's okay? Is that okay? I mean, is it okay for me to just like stick my hand in places that is it okay for me to charge people to stick their hand in places that belong to you? That's like the greatest neutralizer of spiritual toxicity, spiritual bypassing. Whatever they're trying to tell you, apply it in a sexual manner. That you're being closed off because you're not allowing me to scan you without your permission. Oh my gosh, why are you so upset? I'm just giving you messages from your soul. Applied in a sexual way. Oh my God, why are you so upset? I just pulled down your undies and looked at it. Did that make sense? Do that make sense? It does not make sense. Colors Magicus says, I've had the question posed to me. If you were rich, would you still sell art or would you give it away? That's an expression of you and your truth. Should never give that away. It should only go to the people who understand the value, and the value is the number you set for it. It doesn't have to be commercially marketable. It doesn't have to be mass produced. As a matter of fact, things that are once in a lifetime and not able to be replicated, those are much more valuable. You know what makes me really valuable? You can copy me, but you can't be me. But isn't that the same thing? No, it's not. Because you're always going to have to wait until I do the next thing before you can learn what you need to learn next. I'm always going to be ahead of you. You can't actually replace me, ever. Ever. Not in friendship, not in anything. You can have other friends, but are they going to be like me? No. You can't replace me. The same thing applies to you guys. And it's time for you to begin understanding that. You're irreplaceable. Just because you continue to exist in environments that don't know how to properly value you does not mean you don't have an intrinsic worth. As long as I existed in environments that were traditionally Catholic, not only did I have no value, I had a negative value. Is it because I'm worthless? Or is it because my environment didn't have the capacity to understand? If I exist in an environment of people who are very traditionally and conservatively religious, not to say they're bad, but because of that conservative belief structure, I am the devil's plaything. I'm evil. I have the devil's playing cards in my hands. I mean, you guys have seen that before. Like, what you're doing is evil. They'll come in the comments. What you're doing is evil. You're doing the work of darkness. Okay. Do you really believe that God is omnipresent, omnipotent, omnipowerful, the creator of all things that were, is, and will ever be? The maker of heaven and hell? I mean, Apostles' Creed. I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and hell. Apostles' Creed, this is part of your indoctrination. That means God made me. So you either believe that God never makes mistakes or you believe he made a mistake. It's in your Apostles' Creed. I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and hell. Oh, what a conundrum. Oh my God, Emmie's hating on religious people, honey. I'm one of them. Baptized and confirmed into Catholicism. Spent a good portion of my adolescence and young adulthood seriously, heavily considering joining convent. I wanted to be a Carmelite nun. Please don't talk about things you don't understand. So then why did you turn away from God? No, I turned away from man's human constructs, the dogma that separated me from my creator to begin with. In turning away from the church, and I'm not encouraging anyone to turn away from the church, I'm sharing of my story. In turning away from the church, I actually turned to face God. And when I looked at God, God told me I was enough, as I am, because I'm perfectly designed for what it created me to do. Ooh, the journey I had to go on to get out of that construct. Card number 9, what do you feel? You got to make sure what you feel is in alignment with the logic that you're using. Okay? If what you feel is not in alignment with the logic you're using, there's something that's off. Whether it's the feeling or the logic, it's usually the logic. Something's off and things need to be reconsidered. Things need to be reassessed. Card number 3, inspiration. Allow yourself to be inspired by the way people sting you. I know I've been inspired many times. I've been stung many times. Don't call me a queen bee, call me the beekeeper. Ooh, the power in that statement. Oh, the power in that statement. Oh, Lord. Lord, have mercy. Do, 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 do. Yeah, no, don't call me a queen bee. Ladies, if it's your goal to become a queen bee, I tell you, I don't know if that's the best goal. I don't know if that's the best goal. And it's not me trying to position myself in some sort of hierarchy. It's me recognizing I'm actually a beekeeper. I protect the bees and let them do as they do, free to come and go and collect sweetness from the flowers of life, free to think and behave exactly as they do, to live by the rhythm their life sets for them. And I simply protect them. I cultivate a space where they can exist uninterrupted. I'm a beekeeper. That's it. That's just it. Card number 44, visions of life beyond death. This version of you needs to go. Why? Because it's a version of you that gives permission to others to not treat you to the degree that you need to be regarded at. That's it. It's a version of you that gives people permission to not hold you in the appropriate way. That's it. Card number 42, the word wants to be written. If a word wants to be written, let them be the one to write it. Maintain an intention of maintain the intention of holding conversation in the most highest level of compassion that you can reach in this moment. But don't initiate conversations that other people are not ready to have. This version or the previous one, all your versions, all of them. The version of me last week is now outdated today. The version of me today is probably going to be outdated tomorrow. Forever growing. Forever growing. Allowing every version to fall away as is meant to be, dictated by soul and no one else, not even the human component of me. Every version of us eventually will be outgrown. That's beautiful. The ever-dying flame being reborn in every moment, born from the breath of God, sacred in its nature, capable of destruction, capable of sustaining life. Either way, it burns. If you're going to have to burn, make sure you burn for a sacred purpose, not just because you have fuel. There's so much you can learn from your own life. So much. You're going to overcome this. You're going to be perfectly fine as you overcome this. You're going to allow yourself to grow. You're just going to need some time. Okay? You're just going to need some time. Progression sigil. You're in a process. Allow the process to progress. Rejuvenation sigil. You will be depleted by this process. Okay? You will be depleted by this process. Why? Why is that necessary? Emmie, why? Because the stale gas needs to be used up before you add fresh gas to it. You know, gas expires if you let it sit for too long. If you don't use some sort of fuel stabilizing chemical. That fuel can go bad if it's not properly stored. It evaporates. It needs to be in an airtight container. It evaporates. In addition to that, it's very dangerous to be storing liquid fuel. Very dangerous. Huge hazard. If you're going to be storing your energy, you need to make sure that you understand what you're going to use it for and that you store it properly. Okay? Card number 33, metamorphosis. You're going through a metamorphosis. This metamorphosis is going to first tear you down in order to build you up. Okay? You have to make sure that you allow yourself to go through the process that you're going through. Hold on. Oh, see, you're going through your growth. This is a cycle of growth, nothing more. You're not being punished. Stop being so eager for this period to be done. It's when you're overly eager for the lesson to be complete that you risk not actually learning the lesson at hand. Your galactic heritage will return back to you. This applies to everyone. Your galactic heritage will be returned back to you. Part of my galactic heritage. I don't talk about this often. I rarely do. One of my primary filterings before entering into this specific lifetime was through Arcturus. I'm Arcturian. Emmie, how can you help people heal physical ailments the way you do? Because I'm Arcturian. I'm Arcturian. Google Arcturian, look at the pictures and tell me that's not my face. I'm just saying. You know, part of the reason why I realized I'm Arcturian was because I randomly came across this picture of this alien, and one of my friends, I use it as my profile picture, and one of my friends comments like, holy crap, I thought that was actually you in like cosplay. I'm like, shut up, I don't look like an alien. And he ever so lovingly was like, girl, you legit look like an alien. I'm like, you're so rude. He's like, you know, I love you. I got love for you, but that's you. That's your face right there. He's like, I'm not trying to talk caca. Hold on, I'll show you guys. It's a specific face. Yo, it'd be too much. I was just like, that's messed up. When I get super skinny, that I do look like that. I do look like that when I'm super skinny. Hold on. Let me find it. There was this picture of me recently. I came across it recently and I was just like, my forehead. I wish if I was on the app, I could show you guys on the screen, but I cannot. Hold on. Let me find it. It's right here on my desktop. Okay, hold up. Oh, I didn't. I don't want to show you guys. I look like an alien. It's ridiculous. I was just like, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be absolutely okay. We have to leave that alone. He's like, but that looks like you. I'm not even trying to talk shit. But you are talking shit. It's fine. It's fine. Unconditional love. Love yourself beyond what you thought you were capable of. Okay? Like literally, you deserve love. You deserve the same type of love that you so willingly and so generously give to other people. All right? You do. Oh, Michael says I didn't finish the sentiment. Okay, part of why the Arcturus thing came up, um, you know, someone was like, because I don't tell people that part of the energy work that I do is Arcturian. It's a hybridized type of Arcturian energetic work when it comes to the physiological symptomatic presentation cessation. Um, and someone was like, oh, well, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but you could do an Arcturian freeze. And I'm like, what do you think I did? What do you think I did to your parasites? I told you I was going to freeze it. I mean, if you know all this, you could just do it yourself. Oh, that's right. You're not Arcturian. People will try and tell you who you are without knowing who you actually are. Now, some people might take what I said like, oh, she's full of ego. No, it's just annoying. Like, why do you tell me how to do my job if you're paying me to do the job? If you're going to tell me how to do my job and interject every single time I'm trying to speak to you about the job you're paying me to do, you should have just did it yourself. You should have just did it yourself. I mean, save yourself the money. You know what I'm saying? Save yourself the money. I don't deal with being in the presence of people's raging egos very well. And that's all it was. Right. Tell a mechanic how to fix your car and see how that goes. Tell a doctor what's wrong with you and see how that goes. Tell a lawyer how to do like what civil codes to utilize for your case, see how that works. Cuz I've done all of those things. They don't like it. They don't like it. So I've learned to just trust myself. Oh, that's amazing. Ocean Lover says regurgitating stuff from Ascension Wiki. Wiki. Okay. Limitless in reverse. You don't believe you're limitless. You're believing all of the limitations that other people have told you exist for you. No, thank you. You don't think I can do it? Get out of my way and watch me. Get out of my way and watch me. Just saying. The best way to make me level up is to place a person in front of me that tells me I'm incapable of leveling up. At which point, okay, mofo, you gonna watch me. I'm not even gonna tell you to watch me. I'm gonna let you watch me. I'm not gonna explain what I'm doing. I'm just gonna do it. And you're gonna eat your words. I'm gonna heat it up for you first. So your belly can be warmed by the words that I set on fire as you witness my truth rising. shadow self, the people who come across your path and try and convince you this and that about yourself. These are the people who, they're reflections of your shadow self. You have to see them for what they are, reflections of your shadow self. Okay. Ooh, Colors Magica says, I have honey badger attitude. I know what to do, out of my way, right? I have different levels of sodium. So Mama Bear is just like, the babies. I got to protect the babies. You attack the goddess in me, we go to honey badger mode. Honey badger mode. I'm just saying. That's the most accurate description. Honey badger. Mhm. You know, consider yourself warned. I'm just saying. Oh, you guys, tomorrow we're going to have to talk about um that goddess energy, divine feminine, you know, that sacred feminine juju. We got to talk about that. You guys got to join me tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on this channel. We're going to be doing the Soul Sanctuary podcast. You don't want to miss that. You definitely do not want to miss that. Card number 33, transformation. Allow yourself to transform as is appropriate for you in your journey. I don't need your permission to go from Emmie to Mama Bear to Badger to Ferret to Sloth to Bunny Rabbit. I could be whatever the F I want to be at that time. If I'm the only one that's going to have to suffer the consequences of the behaviors that I allow myself to do, I'm the only one that's going to decide what that is. And no, I don't need your permission. No, I don't. I know, I know. I let you think that I do. That's when I was still toxic and letting people think that they could control me in that way. I'm sorry. I was toxic for a little bit. I was. I was. I was very insecure in myself. And so I allowed people to believe that they have that kind of authority over me. I've outgrown that level of toxicity. So now sit down and know your place in my life. LOL smiley face, right? Because people don't like it when a woman is strong and knows her power. Newsflash, my soul is male. uh, Figure that one out. Work that out in your head. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm very masculine in my energy, although I'm very feminine in appearance. So if you need to see it as me being more masculine and that's why I've entered into a place of personal power over my life, whatever you need to do to allow yourself the space to justify the existence that I will no longer modify to make you comfortable, you go ahead and do that. You go ahead and do that. As long as you know I'm not going to modify myself anymore. I'm not going to hide it away anymore. I'm not going to play small anymore. I'm not going to be your damsel in distress just so that your ego will feel as though, you've saved me from something that I could easily save myself from. Right? It's a shield maiden thing. Valhalla. Okay, let me stop. Don't get me started on just don't get me started on that. Okay, it's time out. Maybe you need to take a time out from the way you see yourself. Maybe you need to take a time out. Mirrored souls. So for some of you, whatever it is that you're deciding, it has to do with souls that are mirrored. They're a mirror of you. They're a reflection. You have to be careful about what you're considering because what you're considering might not be what you're considering, but instead what they are considering bleeding over into your space. Just saying. Just saying. Valhalla. Let me stop. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh Lord. That got me riled up for a second. Let me calm it down. Oh, how am I going to calm it down? I'm going to look at crypto. Shh. Hold on. All right. I looked at. Okay, it's okay now. That brought me back down to earth. Whew. Okay. Compassion. Have compassion for people in their process, but no more compassion than you show yourself. Okay? You can have compassion, but not more compassion than what you have for yourself. They have to be equal or more compassion for you. Okay? Shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. What? I got $20 of Bitcoin like 4 to 5 years ago. Literal Bitcoin. Literal Bitcoin or like a different. You're gonna need to go look. Miracles! Do you still have access? Miracles! What in the hell? Go check. Boo, you don't even gotta work. What's wrong? Go check, Merkel. Are you serious right now? Hold up. You listen to Jaden? I should have listened to him when remember when you came to the house and he's like talking about Bitcoin. I was like, no. So for one share, it's 40,986 and 78 cents. $40,986 and 78 cents. Merkel, go check. Quit your job. Rest. Go rest. Rest. Stop letting this life crush you. You have other work you need to do. Even if you're not a multimillionaire on that, whatever it is, cash it out. Rest your heart. Give yourself time to heal after so many years of hurt. Seriously. It's time for you to rest. I hope it's enough for you to never have to work again. I really truly do. That would be amazing. 4 to 5 years ago, I'm pretty sure you have enough to pay off your house. I'm pretty sure of it. And that'll be a beautiful thing to know you don't have to work. To know that your entire day can be focused on the healing that needs to occur so that you can finally step back into what your soul's purpose actually is. You have a lot to offer the world. You do. And I think you're being positioned to now do it. Let me check. Let me see if I can see where it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Hold up. Okay, so hold up. I gotta go to my other one. I remember back in 2014 when Bitcoin just started. My then teenage son was like, "You guys have to put like $5,000 in Bitcoin." I was like, "I'm not going to." If I just listened to him, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think you're going to be fine. I think you're going to be fine and I think you're going to finally have the opportunity to uh Work on the things that actually need to be worked on rather than just working to survive. Patience. Card number 25, patience. Someone's been patiently waiting for the opportunity to return, is what I hear. 2 is the number of guidance, 5 is the number of change. They're being guided to the type of change that's necessary to complete the cycle, because 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 being the number of completion. Walk your truth. Allow yourself to finally walk down that path of truth. That's only for you. Card number 1, awaken. Allow yourself to wake up to whatever it is that you need to wake up to. Sacred journey. Allowing yourself to take that sacred journey. So 2 plus 6 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. Walk your truth, sacred journey. Your journey is your truth. Your truth is sacred. 2 plus 6 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. Guiding you back to yourself so that you could have a solid foundation from which to change. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. It still leads to completion. This cycle must be completed. Not completed because the journey is done, completed because it's time for you to level up to the next part, which is the golden crown, the return of that Christ consciousness, bringing you back home to yourself. 1 plus 4 is 5, change. When you enter into that consciousness of the Christ, the Christic consciousness, it's a lot of things going on. All right. 8 of Cups, money problems, turning your back and walking away, knowing nothing more can be done. So this is either for you or for someone else, but there's this decision that's being made that it's just time to let it go. It's time to turn away. 2 of Pentacles, money confusion, juggling 2 situations or ideas around. So a lot of the issue here that's prevented them from walking away has to do with money, nothing more. It doesn't have to do with residual emotions and yada, yada, yada. It had to do with money. It was a money based decision. Now, this is going to be something that will eventually be resolved. And this 2 of Pentacles, it kind of reminds me of like this commingling of your energy still, commingling. I'm wondering if they're walking. Okay, so this card was pulled first. Okay, they're walking towards you, you who are juggling a situation. Mm-hmm. It's okay. So 8 is a number of reunification. 2 is a number of guidance. They're being reunified with you while you're being guided to something. Something. Oh shoot. King of Swords energy. An active and determined person, experienced, controlled, commanding, a professional man, highly analytic, justness for superiority. So this is someone who is biding their time so that they can approach you properly. Ooh, dowries. Okay. Ooh, they're trying to figure out what is the appropriate way to approach so that you can see properly displayed what they offer. This is not a weak person. This person is trying to properly display what they can offer you because they've already determined you are their rightful equal. This is not a game that's being played. Oh, Lord. This is not a game that's being played. This is someone who is really very carefully considering, and they won't approach until they know how to approach in a way that will end with success in their favor. Decisions pending finality, the only decision that can be made under circumstance judgment. So you're the epitome, you're the pinnacle, you are the dream. You've been the dream for a very long time. You're the dream. Will they go about this in a manipulative way? Will they go about this in an honorable way? Calculated doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. You know what I mean? Calculated could be a neutral thing where they're simply taking all the components of that equation into consideration, knowing that certain functions will be given priority over others. Shit. You're in a relationship, they're exiting theirs, and they're considering how to approach this so that the consideration of the relationship that's already existing does not negate the secondary process. It's very strategic. If you see their behavior as a negative and you try and counteract that with a negative, they're like magnets. For some of you, no matter what action you take, if you take action, it's just going to hasten what is an inevitable event. You're approaching event horizon. This is a black hole. This devil in reverse. All right. I gotta hurry up. Release from bondage, divorce, recognition of one's needs by another, overcoming severe handicaps. So there were in a relationship that, or you are in a relationship, someone's in a relationship that has created severe handicaps for your spiritual growth. Whoever was experiencing this handicap has now been empowered due to the recognition of someone else. Someone else outside of that crumbling union has been able to see and feel and understand to a degree that no one else could possibly ever understand. And so they are releasing themselves from this bondage and approaching you. Okay. Ain't that something? Excuse me. Seven of Cups in reverse. Desire, determination, willpower, a goal nearly attained. Intelligent choice. They're not going to stop. They're not going to be disrespectful in the way they approach it, but they're not going to stop. They're going if I'm starting to stutter. If they're going to be approaching you, it's going to be in a respectful way. And once they approach, they've really set their intention. They've made up their mind. They're going to continue to be present in your life for as long as it takes for you to change your mind. And if they have to be present in a platonic way, then they will do that, but their intention was never a platonic connection. They'll be respectful. Patience. Where's the card? The patience card came out. I don't know what deck it's from. The patience card came out. And so they're going to be patient with it. This is not the toxic person, though. So we got to make that very clear distinction. This is not the toxic person. This is the non-toxic person. And I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out. This has just become a telenovela. I'm just saying. It's a telenovela. Six of Swords in reverse. Stalemate, unwanted proposal, confession. There's this push and pull. There's this rock one way, they rock the other, and they rock one way and they rock the other, and lean with it. Rock with it. Lean with it. Rock with it. That's what's happening. It's just this dance. Five of Cups in reverse. Look at him looking all sad and stuff. Five of Cups in reverse. Hopeful outlook, favorable expectations, new alliances, affinity, return of an old friend, reunion. See what I'm saying? You're doing great. Let's keep your check back regularly for smart strategies to help you achieve your goals. I'm not joking. It says check back regularly for smart strategies to help you achieve your goals. You're doing great, Mary. I gotta get to a session. Six of Cups, happy house, childhood memories. Happiness, happiness, happy house, childhood memories. I don't know. Okay. Sorry for anyone whose ears were blown out. Three of Swords in reverse, distraction, confusion, disorder, mistake, incompatibility, anxiety, and loss. They got distracted by something at some point in your connection. They made a mistake. They picked the wrong thing. They are understanding now that what they chose was incompatible. They have anxiety over the loss, not just the loss of that relationship, but now they think like, oh my God, I might have lost you forever. Oh, y'all are living a freaking telenovela. I'm just saying. Two of Wands in reverse, sadness, trouble, restraint caused by others. So they want to reach out, but they're restrained. Well, I mean, are you an adult or are you not? Are you going to have the courage to reach out? Okay, maybe I got triggered by that. Like, you're restrained by others. Well, what kind of person are you? Do you not have personal power? Do you not have sovereign free will? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because if there's a will, there's a way. If there's a sovereign free will, there's a sovereign way to achieve whatever goal you're having. But now I'm kind of like, unless it applies to me, at which point, no, you should listen to your environment. I don't know. But I didn't claim this reading from the start. So, I mean, that's just going to have to be. So, 12th house escape. Someone's trying to escape from the reality of what it is that's going on. 12, what? Michael says I'm from the 12th house. What is that, Pisces? Pisceans, you're trying to escape the reality of whatever. Anyways, third house messages. You're receiving messages. Card number 20, Scorpio, I transform. The message in a nutshell is that the Piscean is trying to avoid, but the message is that Scorpio has transformed. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom, we're done. Start throwing things. I know we're really done. I gotta get going. I don't have time for this. No, seriously, I do gotta get going. I hope you guys join me tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the Soul Sanctuary podcast here on this channel. We're going to come live at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I got to make sure that my guests can join me. Mikey says, pull one last card. Mofo. I got 3 minutes. Okay, he says, don't shuffle, just pull. Just pull. Ooh, Divine Mother manifest. Oh, shit. Oh, you living in the world of 6 directions, accept the gloom and accept the bliss, for those seeds buried in the ground will one day grow into fruitful orchards. We share her, this divine mother, you and I. We are precious children. We are born through her love, and she shares our losses and our gains, our tragedies and our triumphs. Her hair forms the galaxies, her thoughts become the stars. The sun is her own warmth, and her breath is felt upon this earth, causing the roar of ocean waves. Her voice is heard in the call of the whales and the trill of the birds. She is all, nurturing life into existence. She is in my reaching for you, and she is in your acceptance of my divine hand. She is all this great lady. Nothing lies outside of her sphere of influence and power, compassion, and grace. That includes you, your dreams, great and small, my angel of love. All right, fine, whatever. That was a setup. That was a setup. That was a setup for me to not kick Marlene out of the. I don't like feeling like I'm being forced to allow her to stay in my space. I don't like that at all. That has to be my choice. That has to be my choice. And Michael says if your choice is born of ego, it's not a choice, it's a form of avoidance. Well, then let me avoid in peace. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, guys, join me tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Watch me further avoid in a very poetic manner. Set strict boundaries for her. You should have a conversation with Michael. Ask him where his loyalties are. Michaela, you irritate me today. Just irritate me. I don't want to hear you either. I gotta get going. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Join me when I'm live. Maybe I'll do readings later today. I don't know. It might just be strictly readings. I don't know. He's really upsetting me. He says I have to auction the sword because I won't put it up on the website. Why are you calling me out on things while I'm live? What's wrong with you? That's a private conversation. I gotta go, guys. Bye.